So what is the deal with this fiscal cliff stuff? For those of you who may not be aware of it, the United States debt ceiling is once again approaching. And what happens is lawmakers on Capitol Hill decide how much money the United States government should be allowed to borrow. And we continue to reach these debt limits over and over and over again. A little while back, early in this year, when the last time the debt limit was reached, Super Congress was formed. And what happened was they enacted a certain number of automatic laws of what they refer to as austerity to come into effect. More or less, spending cuts combined with tax increases and things of that nature to get the national debt paid off. Now, here's an interesting thing. I did some quick research on it, and one of the measures that ends up being taken, should it automatically take into effect, the national debt would in fact be cut in half against GDP, gross domestic product, which is all the money that's made in a year of the United States. I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, the particular cuts do stink. Some of you may think there'll be cuts in national defense and things like that. I don't know if it necessarily has to do with cuts to other entitlements or things like that. I do find the whole thing fascinating that this thing was strategically kicked down the road far enough to where it didn't interfere with the election, so we didn't have to strain our little minds with such complex things as a debt limit being reached. Honestly, I think every American knows exactly what a debt limit being reached means. Some economists try to convince you that there are two economies or there's a huge difference in finance versus other economics. But here's the thing I want to leave you with, and just something to think about. Because the government and government programs do not produce wealth, and they can't produce wealth, their process must be zero-sum, meaning they shouldn't do more than what they're getting paid. And they've been doing a lot more than what they have been getting paid over the last few years since the start of the economic crisis. Many experts say that these expenses are necessary. But in my opinion, and I'm just a guy in his kitchen, I'm a garage mechanic. In my opinion, if the medicine you're giving the patient isn't giving them well, then maybe the medicine's not working. It's not a matter of you just got to give them more of it. And we're not even talking about medicine or something complex. We're talking about mathematics. It's addition and subtraction. It isn't complicated. And don't let the experts try to trick you into thinking that it's too complicated for you to be concerned about it or to wonder how it will affect you. So, I want to leave you with a question. Is this a fiscal cliff or a fiscal correction? An opportunity for resources to be moved into places where they're appreciated or more useful. Experts today try to convince us that bankruptcy or default is bad. I would like to offer you the possibility that default isn't always bad. If a plan isn't working, the resources dedicated to that plan can be moved to a plan that doesn't work. I'll try to add some links here below. The easiest way for you to do it would be to do just a general search on this fiscal cliff thing. And I recommend everybody look into it. We'll see y'all later.